Hi, welcome back. If you happen to be watching that previous video, I've just made a door wreath for the door. Now, the next step is to make something for the fireplace. And I'm just going to run through how that works. It's the same principle-ish. Yeah, it's the same principle. So I've gathered together here some blue pine, some snips of buried ivy and some yew. Again, you can use whatever foliage you fancy and what you have access to, but something evergreen and something sturdy, which most things are at Christmas time. So you shouldn't have anything that's not sturdy. It's probably lost its leaves and it's deciduous. So I have got myself a piece of rope, or this could be very heavy duty twine, I guess, if you can't get rope. But I know particular big, what do you call it? One of those, big, DIY stores. That's what I'm after. DIY stores will sell rope. And this is about the length of my fireplace. So I'm going to use this, and I've got my reel wire that I was using before. I'm going to wrap it round, and the very first twist is the most important thing. Really squeeze your fingers together and attach it to the rope. Now I am going to attach my foliage. So big chunks of foliage like this, and I am going to coat it either side of the rope. I'm going to use my reel wire that way round. I like to go anti-clockwise, and I'm going to tug once, I'm going to tug twice, and then here we go, we're off. And I'm going to group together some buried ivy, nice big wodgy bits like this. Don't like that bit very much. Let's pop him up. Wodge it together like that. Get a handful, put it in, overlap the blue pine, tug it once, tug it twice, and there we go. So now I want to do big wodges of this pine, nice, much bigger bits than the wreath, because it's thicker. It needs to be thicker, and it needs to be, it's indoor, so it's going to have the heat of the house. It's have the fire heat, and it's going to have the central heating. So you need to really pack it in to help it support itself, if that makes any sense at all. I really don't say the right words here, really, but I know what I mean. If it's packed in, it's going to prop itself up in a way. If it's too loose, it will sag and it will droop. That's what it will do, it'll droop. So there you go, I'm putting more. This blue pine is, well, it's the florist's friend really, because without it, Christmas wouldn't look like Christmas, I don't think, but it's so robust that it will withstand most things. Now, if you're going to put this on your fireplace, and you're a girl that likes, oh boy, sorry, you're a person who likes to decorate early for Christmas, I would recommend you, I don't know what I recommend you. I think I recommend that you probably don't put it on too early on the fireplace, because it is going to wither throughout that month. But if you're extravagant, you can make it twice. You could take it back off again if you've got time, which who on earth has time to do that? But anyway, you could make it twice to make it looking fabulous for Christmas Day. That's what I'm thinking. But as you can see, I'm just yanking tight. Right, what am I on next? I'm back onto the yew. You could use box in this, or eucalyptus. If you made the whole thing of eucalyptus and pine, blue pine, you probably could make it at the beginning of the month and it would simply almost dry onto the rope and you know, crystallise slightly dry, and it would still give a fabulous effect, but it will lose the smell, the beautiful smell that you get from all this seasonal foliage. Right, so I am going to continue all the way along my rope, and as you can see, it's coming along, but I've got a ways to go, so I'll see you in a minute. Right, I'm back. My goodness, that was a marathon. So I've filled in the whole of the rope, and I've got to the very end, and I just wanted to show you how to finish it off really, because that's quite crucial. So I'm going to just get a few more pieces for the end. Yanking as we go. This does take a lot of foliage, by the way, so be prepared. I'm getting right to the end and I'm gonna, all my scrappy little bits, and what I'm gonna try and do is I'm gonna turn this backwards, I think. No, one more. So really, just to make it look prettier on the end. Oh, I need another piece. This will do, I think. Yeah. We'll turn that one back on itself to be the last bit, just so it's not a stumpy end, as it were. If that makes at all sense. And I'm just going to fill in with these last little bits. Right, I want something wodgy to finish up on. That'll do. Us florists have very strong hands. You don't want to challenge me to an arm wrestle, that's for sure. Right, what I'm trying to do is just sort of finish it off and sort of fill in the gaps a little bit, so it's not I could possibly fill in once it's on the mantelpiece if you think it's a bit patchy. So I've got the last bit of wire. I'm going to take my last bit, the last bit of rope. What I think I'll do is just twizzle it around the rope again and again till it's pretty happy to stay. There you go. Right, so that's that done. I've got my lovely big sausage, and what we're going to do is take it through to the other room and put it on the fireplace. Right, welcome to the living room. Here I am in my freshly painted green living room, which I'm absolutely loving. And here we go. Our fireplace is decorated, half decorated. Now, be careful because you don't want that tipping into the fire. So I have actually got screws on my fireplace because it's made of old wood and there was plenty of places to put it on. So just make sure you secure it on using that floristry wire or some string or some whatever. You don't want it falling into the fire halfway through Christmas dinner. Wouldn't be a good idea. So I threaded it with those lovely copper wire lights. Got some candles going on there. And you can't see this, but I've got a few little hidden jars of water hidden behind there that I'm going to put something in at the end. So I've got these lovely big cones. Someone gave me these, And they said, can you use these? And I went, oh, well, I can. Don't have to ask me twice. And I'm going to position them along. No wiring required. Might put a couple there. I certainly could wire them in, but I think for this demonstration purposes, all you really need to know is that to make the garland, you're halfway there, aren't you? You're halfway there. And I've got a few scented oranges as well. They can nestle a little in around the candles. Again, put them on those sticks if you can. I'm run out of sticks, so I can't show you that. But just, I mean, it's just personal taste, isn't it? What you like to see. You might have some silk poinsettia plants that you could slip through here. Sparkly stuff, sparkly leaves. And what I'm going to do, you can do that at the middle of December, and then all I'm going to do is maybe just pop in some roses on Christmas Eve. On your colour theme. This rose called Brandy Snap. Giving a little bit of fresh colour. But again, if you've got something silk or baubles, thread your baubles through there. I think if I had another vase, I might put some on the end, but I haven't got anything to hand at the moment, so let me just put that in through there. Oh, bit of a floppy rose, but just for the purpose of the camera. How's that? Is that pretty enough? Now, like I say, you can do that in your own personal taste, but for me, now against the dark green, I think that orange gives it a lovely pop. I get a sofa in that colour. Okay. Merry Christmas, everyone.